Hello everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Lord of the Rings PC DOS game. So now we're going to get this party started here. So I'm going to do new game. And yes, we want to erase all started games. I'm just going to skip the cutscenes. Alright, so now we're going to be in the game. A lump forms in your throat as you say goodbye to Bag End. Sam and Pippin are next to you. They want you to accompany you to the Buckland Ferry, where your cousin Mary is waiting for you. Alright, so, little explanation of this game, in case you missed it from Mr. Gandalf here. We're playing as Frodo, the main character there. There's his hit points, his portrait, you can attack. I don't think you can attack everything. You could, but it'll give you the option to attack attackable things. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually recruit these two to the Fellowship, because if I just move around here like this, then they're not going to follow me. In fact, I think I can talk to them too. So let's talk to them. Take me with you. Oh, you can't ask them about anything yet. Once you find other hobbits and other characters in this game, you'll be able to ask them about stuff. So let's talk to Sam. You need someone you can depend on. Alright, so let's recruit these guys. Now, if I move around, all three of them follow me. And I can actually make one of them the leader if I want to. Make Sam the leader. I don't know. I think we can make Pippin. Oh, we can't make Pippin the leader, huh? That's strange. You are in front of the door to the Bag End. So I'm just gonna make it Frodo for now. Alright, so little explanation on this game here. I'm just looking at the stats here. You start out with currency, which is called silver or silver pennies. Start out with 5 of them. And your stats here, these never really change much. There's no leveling system in this game like there is in most traditional RPGs. Once you get a character, that's pretty much how they are. They don't level up or become stronger or anything like that. It's all item based. So if I look at Sam, Pippin took, all their stats are different. But they can learn new skills and they can acquire new equipment. So let's see what everybody has here. Let's use... So it doesn't look like we have any... Oh, there we go. Frodo has the one ring to rule them all. And the Bag End key. So let's see what happens if you equip the ring. Now, you don't want to do this because this will decrease your will over time, but just for fun, look at that. Disappears Frodo there, huh? And then the Bag End key, you can't use it because, well, it's used automatically when you go in to Frodo's home here. So that's the first thing we're going to do is we're going to explore Frodo's home, see what kind of goodies are inside here. That way we can get our quest off and started. Man, time sure passes fast in the Shire. You have entered the Bag End, widely renowned as the most comfortable hole in Hobbiton, and until today, home of the Baggins family. Alright, so here's basically the layout of this place here. Is there any books here that we can read? Alright, let's see if we can read anything. No, there's nothing there. Another command that's useful in this game, besides read, perception. That's like your look for stuff thing, so you'll probably be seeing me using that one pretty often too. And some of these skills are passive, like Hobbit lore and Elven and Dwarf lore. You don't automatically use those. I mean you automatically use those, but you don't use them in this way. Jump, that's a good one too. You can jump over stuff or climb down. That's also a very good one. Sam has brawl, so that means he's good with fist fighting. Hide. I don't know if he actually I think he used hide in battle or something. I'll have to look at that. Not sure about charisma. Read, and he's got Hobbit lore and jump. And Pippin took is probably the most useful because he's got sneak and pick lock, so he's sort of like a thief class. But he's also got brawl, climb, and jump, so that's good too. Alright, so just remember all these skills because you're going to be using them all the time. As far as magic, do we have anything? Oh, just help. That's useful. And you notice there's no MP in this game either. You don't really use MP at all. If you use words of power, they don't consume any of your HP, but they might actually disappear from your magic list. So like if I use help where it's supposed to be used, it might actually disappear. So if I use it right now, notice that sound effect there? That means the spell failed. Didn't happen. Now when you get Gandalf or when you get like some of the other characters that can actually use magic in this game, the magic points is going to consume a little bit of their health later on, so you have to be careful with magic. Like Gandalf said, it should only be used in extreme emergencies. So let's explore a little bit more here. You remember the voice of Gandalf a few months ago? In this very room, he said to you, "But I do not think you need to go alone. Not if you think or know of anyone you can trust. This room seems cold and barren now. The time has come for you to leave the Shire." Alright. I don't think there's anything else in here. We can look around. Frodo has perception. Yeah, there's nothing in here. And if you see items on the ground, automatically you'll be given a chance to pick them up. So, but some items are hidden, so you actually have to use perception. Anything in here? No, there's nothing in there. You can either use the keyboard or the mouse. I'm mostly using the mouse. Nothing there. Anything under the bed here? Some of this I might actually be doing off screen, just depends. What about here? Is there anything that we can read? No. Nothing there either. I could have sworn there's like a book or something in here when I was playing this. Oh, here it is. You've entered the library of the Bag End. There are many books of Hobbit lore as well as several volumes of Elven lore from Rivendell. You loathe the idea of Lotho fingering Bilbo's beloved books. Oh, wait a minute. Come on, this is rated G, guys. but what they mean by that is actually just going through the books. Don't get any ideas, okay? Huh? But somehow doubt that Lotho Pimple has the imagination or curiosity to ever look at them. Alright, so one thing you can do is once you find books or anything, just use read. Let's look at here. Note from Bilbo that says, "Must ask the Brandybucks about Old Forest." You put this down for a copy of something far more interesting, the Lay of Lethen, the Song of Beren and Luthien. It says that Luthien danced by the shores of the river Asgald, or no, yeah, whatever, when the world was young, and some of the waters of Middle-earth still remember her. In places where the elves still dwell, her memory will stir the, let's go to the next page, waters to a powerful defense, even against the mightiest of foes. So remember this for some time, because Luthien is like Leviathan in this game, you know, god of like the sea and all that. You find a letter from Gandalf. "My dear Frodo, if I do not come back to by your birthday, leave without me. Use the traveling name Underhill. Seek help at the Prancing Pony Inn in Bree. I have friends there who will help you." Alright, so that's going to be our first destination in this game, is to get to Bree. and basically seek some help there. Now, if you guys have read the book or watched the movie, you probably know who's there, so I'm not going to spoil it right now. But we'll find out. There's also some other good stuff here. Let's see. There's Bilbo's chest in the room, but he left for Rivendell, forgot to leave the key. Well, what can we do about that? We just pick the lock. You open the chest. There's something gleaming inside, waiting to be taken. Silver pennies. Nice. So now you notice we have 70 silver. So there was like 65 in there. Believe me, you want to stockpile as much silver as you can. After fighting monsters and everything, oh, some items here. Let's see what we can get. There's rations and a torch. Let's give them to Frodo here. So yeah, like I was saying, you want to stockpile as much silver as you can because you're going to need it to like trade for like better items and all that. Because right now we don't have any weapons. We just obtained some rations and a torch. Torch is actually very useful because it can light up dark areas and it can be equipped as a weapon here. So what we're going to do is we're going to equip torch on Frodo here. And it's a nice thing is I don't think torches go out at all. They just keep running here. I don't know what kind of fuel they use in Middle Earth for torches, but they seem to keep running. And if you don't have a torch, or if you don't want to use one at all, there's also a spell that you can use later on, which is similar to like, what is that spell in Dragon Warrior? Radiant. Alright, so that's the bag end, and that's basically the first area that we're exploring here. And here's another Hobbit's hole here. I'm not sure who this is. Let's talk to him. Oh, Griffleboffin. Mr. Boggins, I hear you sold the bargain to the awful Labolia. What a shame. Let's question him about some news. They say a drunken dwarf is at the Green Dragon Inn, Bywater, asking for a burglar. Yeah, so there's a little side quest there that we can do. Go to the inn and look at it like the dwarf that he's talking about there. Now, one thing about this game you guys will notice is that it's very, very, very non-linear. You pretty much are free to go almost anywhere in this game. You can go this way, you can go that way, you can go pretty much anywhere you want to. And that's what makes this game very challenging and fun at the same time. It's one of those games that you sort of are like, well, hey, where the heck do I go? And part of the mystery is solving that thing. I mean, it's appealing to some people, but obviously not to James Rolfe or Angry Video Game Nerds. So that's why they included the auto map in this version of the game, so we know exactly where we are. All right, so let's see if there's any other holes here that we can look at. Hobbit holes. I don't think there's anything special in here. Oh, there's a female hobbit there we can talk to. May Brownlock. Mr. Boggins, I hope you enjoy your new home in Buckland. Evil men in black cloaks are riding around and horses causing trouble. Beware the Black Riders. Very helpful advice. Let's see who's here. There's another hobbit here. Bingo Chub. Mr. Boggins, I've just heard the strangest news. What's the news? Wolves stalk the old ruins in the East Woods, the ones that were built by the king long ago. Let's see if we can ask about the wolves. Mind you, I've never been there myself. I don't have time for foolish adventures. So there's yet another side quest. We can go to the East Woods and deal with those wolves if we want to. Alright, let's talk to this hobbit here. Daddy Twofoot. Mr. Boggins, I hope you enjoy your new home, Buckland. In the Green Hills, a bird is singing the name of that wizard Gandalf. Oh. So there's another place we can go, Green Hills. Let's see if he knows anything about the Green Hills. No, he doesn't know anything about that. So if you ask him anything that he doesn't know, just say, I don't know any more than you do. Gandalf. I wonder if he knows anything about Gandalf. I never knowed him personally, though old Mr. Bilbo liked him, and he was always a good neighbor to me. What about Buckland? Doesn't know about that either. So, anyway, this is kind of also referenced a little bit to the Quest for Glory series, at least the earlier versions, where you could actually ask people about like certain things if you want to, and they give you different information depending on what you ask about, and sometimes even points. So it's always useful to go and talk to everybody that you see and question them about everything that may seem relevant, especially news. Alright, so what we're going to do now that we've sort of gotten a can of worms opened here, I'm going to save the game, and then we're gonna do our first quest. Next Let's Play. Alright guys, this is Tifa's Revenge signing off. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care.